Hello everyone, Felipe here again. Once more here, Dania. We're going to continue with some lasso guard sweeps. Nice to see everyone. Let's start moving the head sideways. Up and down. Circling the head of everyone. Both sides. Circling the arm. The other arm. And hips. Alright, everyone, dropping on the floor and moving the hips side to the side just to loosen up. Make sure that your hips are actually moving, okay everyone? Counting to 10. Then we're gonna bridge as usual, 10 times each side. And hip escape everyone, 10 times each side. We're gonna hip escape forward, one side, the other side, 10 times each side everyone. We're gonna sit. Let me adjust myself so I can look pretty. Bringing myself up here with the hip. I sit, switch my knees. Same thing to the other side. Pay attention people, hips low. Okay, 5 times each side everyone. Then rolling back and forth over the shoulder. Can land on my knees and roll forward again. Or I can land on my hip and roll forward again without the aid of my feet. 5 times each side people. Rolling sideways, back and forth. Pay attention people to roll over the shoulder, not over your back, not over the head. Keep your hips loose so you can properly move. Okay guys, if you stay tense, it's gonna be harder, so make sure to relax. 5 times each side, back and forth. And last but not least, as I invert, as my hip comes up, I'm gonna sit forward. I'm gonna invert again and sit forward again, as we've been doing for the past classes since we started with this open guard sequence. All right, 5 times each side as well. Let's exercise, okay people? And we're gonna start with the partner drills. All right, everyone. So we started with the lasso. All right, we're just gonna keep doing this exercise that we've been doing. Situation in which my opponent is gonna have the control of my sleeves. All right, pay attention people that if you're on the bottom, like I said, we've been doing this for the past 2 classes, so if you guys need more details, check out the past classes. But either way, when you have the grips here on the sleeve, pay attention to keep your opponent's hands close to your belt. So you guys are gonna start hip scaping and realize that when done your hip scapes, my hand, she's pulling my sleeve, so my hand always stays here on close to her belt. She's gonna get the lasso. She sets the lasso. She's gonna square her hips to get a good control. Pay attention people that your opponent's hand, that your partner's hand is always still close to the belt. Okay, then you wanna remove the lasso, so she's gonna hip escape again, undo the lasso, hip escape to the other side, do the lasso. She squares the hip, keeping my hand inside. She's gonna hip escape again, undo the lasso. And we're just going to be doing this for on both sides, okay? Then you get the lasso, undo the lasso. Make sure people that at the moment that you get the lasso, square the hips, okay? Exactly. You guys can see how my shoulder tilted. That means that Dana has a good control. She wants to undo, she's gonna hip escape again, move to the other side, and do the same. All right? No need to be fast, everyone. Okay, just following the steps, trying to get comfortable with the control. 3 minutes, one of you on top, then you guys switch, whoever's on the bottom, get on top. And we're gonna see today's position. Let's go, people. Okay, people, so I'm gonna be working with my opponent standing most of the time. and I'm gonna get the lasso. But a lot of the problems when we have the lasso is that actually with any guard is that my opponent is gonna be trying to move away. And depending on how strong our opponent is, we can get better control. So turn around a little bit here. So what I'm going to do from here, people, as I get my lasso control this time, realize doesn't change anything. Okay, people, I'm still pulling her sleeve. I'm gonna bring my foot, but to get a better control, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna push my leg through and I'm gonna hook here, my foot behind her back, okay? And here, people, as I have this control, my foot realize it's not relaxing, I'm hooking. And now I'm gonna square my hip again. You guys can see that now, as I move my legs back and forth, I'm also moving Dania, right? And realize that my foot is all the time here behind her hip. So I get a good control, and Dania is having a really hard time posturing right now. So from here, guys, what I want to do is basically bring Dania over me. So first thing that I'm going to do is move Dania away. So I'm gonna sit and push my leg through. As I bring myself on my back, I'm going to extend my leg here that is on the hip, and I already have a good control. So now, since I have Dania's right shoulder controlled, I'm just gonna keep pushing Dania down. She falls, I'm gonna bring myself up, and I'm gonna have the side control working from the top position. Okay? Okay? So just I'm going to do along and from another angle, just a second there. So this back and forth, people, it is important to elevate your opponent, because when you do the back and forth, you're gonna be breaking your opponent's balance and you're gonna be able to elevate. But realize, people, shoulder and hip working together, okay? It's very important for us to get the position we want. I'm gonna show this in another angle so you guys can see. So, let's say that Dania is trying to pass, for example. I break the grip, get the lasso all the way behind the hip, square my hips, and now I have the control that I want. So from here, people, what I'm going to do, first I sit up, pushing Dania away. When I lay down again, elevating my leg, okay? Dania on this point is pretty much done. I'm just gonna use the foot that I have on the hip to keep pushing her over the shoulder. As she falls, I'm gonna bring myself up and get the top position here with the side control. Okay? Of course, people, that this works a little bit faster. So at the moment that I get the control, back and forth, bringing her down and ending up on top. Okay? What I want you guys to work with, people, is all the steps of the control. You could see that in one point I was able to elevate Dania and try to get to that point, people, a point where you have such a control that you're comfortably keeping your opponent on top. And it's not because Dania is lighter than me, okay? As long as you have your foot on your opponent's hip, you're gonna have a good control. So just try to get to this point, working with the sweep, step by step first. When you guys are able to perform the steps, connecting those steps faster, so you guys can do in with a little bit more urgency. All right. So switching with each other, everyone, and now we're gonna start training a little bit. All right, everyone. This time I'm on the bottom, Dania's on top. So from here, we're gonna start playing with each other. Situation where Dania wants to pass. I want to prevent that from happening. So I'm already starting here with the lasso, and we're gonna be playing from here. Like I said, everyone, if you're already more advanced and you know the control, you can already go with the spider lasso. But if not, understanding the lasso is already what we want. People on the bottom, doing your best to keep the control that you have to prevent your opponent from passing, and if possible, to get a sweep, okay? But the sweep is a dessert, all right? Main thing is to keep the guard. People on top, trying to pass, but again, people not giving your 100%, so your partner on the bottom can learn this as well, okay? Offering a little resistance so you guys can work a little bit, but again, if your partner is doing this for the first time, your partner needs some support, So let's work with each other. All right, so then it's gonna be trying to pass. I'm gonna keep keeping the control, moving away, trying to prevent her from passing, not letting her get the control. Come here, trying to sweep, then it prevented the control. I'm here already with the lasso guard, controlling the sleeve, already here with the spider. Okay, main thing is to keep Dania here with me. If I'm able to do that for 3 minutes, good for me. If not, if Dania passes, back from the beginning. If you guys on the bottom got a sweep, back from the beginning. 3 minutes one on top, the other one on the bottom, and then you guys can add some regular rolls to it. All right? Hope you guys are okay. Stay safe, everyone. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye.